Let's look at it. Here we go. There it is, right there. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you how to make biscuits and gravy. Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. Let's talk about it for a second. Why biscuits and gravy? It's just full of fat. It's not healthy. What's healthy? You know what I mean? If you're just gonna nibble on your lettuce and eat your carrots and have your vinaigrette, then you're never gonna enjoy life. So once in a while, treat yourself to something fatty, something rich, buttery, gravy-y, and make this recipe. Buttermilk biscuits and country gravy. Stick around, we're gonna have some fun. Here we go, let's get cooking. Let's set our oven temperature to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's start with 2 cups all-purpose flour. 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt. Then let's get our whisk and whisk that all together to combine it. Next we have 6 tablespoons butter cut into about 1/4 inch cubes. Now that we've got all those ingredients, let's take our pastry blender and let's start chopping it in. That's it, maybe about 30 seconds. Let's move on to the next step. Let's add 1 cup buttermilk. Let's mix that together. Add a little bit more. All right, that's combined. Let's move it to the side. I'm going to add some flour to the table. I'm going to work this dough a little bit. Okay, let's move that out onto the table. We'll start by just gently smashing it down a little bit and then folding it in on itself. Smash it down. Fold it in, like so. It's important not to overwork it because you don't want a tough biscuit. You want a nice tender biscuit, just the right amount of layers. Okay, we'll just smush it down a little bit bigger. All right, when we got this nice square, it's going to cut that into equal size pieces. Ish. Doesn't have to be perfect. Once you got company coming over, then it better be perfect. Okay. Good size biscuits. Like I said, they're not perfect. They're going to taste great. Let's take a pan. You don't need a pan this big, but I'm just going to place these on there, almost touching. They're going to expand. They'll rise higher if they're close to each other. Like so. Melt about 3 tablespoons of butter. That was telling me that butter was done melting. Give a nice generous brush of butter on all of these. Butter's better, right? Now normally I would probably double this recipe, possibly triple it if we have company coming over. But since I'm just showing you how to make this, I'm making 9. Okay, so we got our butter on there. All right, now we're going to pop it in the oven at 450 for 10 to 12 minutes. Let's make some gravy, shall we? Set the temperature to medium-high heat. To our pan, we're going to add 1/3 pound breakfast sausage. Let's get that broken up. Get a good brown on this, you know? That's getting a good brown. Let's add 3 tablespoons of butter. Then we're going to let that butter cook a little bit, kind of brown it a little bit. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons flour. 1, 2. Grab our whisk. Mix that all in. You want to cook the flour a little bit. You don't want raw flour flavor. So you want a little bit of that toasted flour so you get a little nutty addition. It's actually looking pretty good right there. Let's add 2 cups whole milk, shall we? Make sure that's nicely stirred together so the flour is broken up. And then you're going to let that cook up and thicken up. Meanwhile, our biscuits are ready. Check those babies out. All right, biscuits aren't ready. We're going to need a couple more minutes on those. Just going to let that simmer and continue to reduce. Now to this, I'm going to add our seasoning. Do about a 1/4 teaspoon salt. About the same, 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon pepper. I mean, one of the features of a country gravy to me has always been pepper. Just black pepper. It's starting to come together. I like it a little bit thicker than this, but it's getting there. Let's check on our biscuits. Yes. Biscuits are done. Now let me do some tasting. Make sure it's got the right seasoning. Do a touch more pepper. And a little teeny bit more salt. And I like to add a little bit of cayenne pepper and a little bit of paprika. My mom always put paprika. She made country gravy. One last taste. That's it right there. All right, let's check this out. Is that gorgeous? Let's look at it. There we go. That steam coming off of that. And all the layers. Okay, zoom in there. Time to serve our luscious gravy here. That look good? Let's see. There it is, right there. Let's taste this yumminess. That is so good. You got crunchiness still on the top and the bottom of the biscuit, and you've got the creaminess from the gravy, and then the little chunks of pork, the saltiness, fattiness, and the inside of the buttermilk biscuit is tender and light and chewy. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Please, if you like this video, please like it, subscribe, put a comment down below. Let me know how I'm doing. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.